G'day. Today I'd like to share with you the 5 things I wish I would have known before writing a book. I just finished the second draft of writing my first book at about 90,000 words, and these are just some lessons, some thoughts, some ideas that I wish I would have known before I started. This can apply to any creative project, any idea, any long-spanning piece of work, and I think they are valuable in their own right. If you are new here, welcome. My name's Tim. I'm a writer, I'm a reader, I'm a creator, and today I am broadcasting from my local park, and it's rather beautiful, but I just wanted to share these 5 things. So without further ado, let's get stuck into it. Did you see that? That was beautiful. Buddy. That would have been cool. The first thing that I wish I had have known before writing my first book was to not compare your first draft to someone's final draft. It's really easy to get in the comparison game, but you're reading a finalized product. If you're reading a book, you are reading someone's book that has gone through multiple rounds of edits. It's gone through an editor, it's gone through a publishing house before it's getting published and put into the world, at least in most cases. Versus my first draft or your first draft looks crap. There's a famous Hemingway quote that states, "Your first draft is shit." And it's so true because there's so much that you haven't done to it yet. You haven't molded it, you haven't changed it, you haven't adapted it. And it's really important to recognize that as you are in the process, to not be comparing a beautiful piece of work from someone who has put more time, attention, editing, and love into that piece of work than you have, because you haven't got to that stage yet. And it's so easy to get down and out on yourself when you are comparing your work to other people's works. It's not fair to you, it's not fair to the craft, it's not fair to them. And I implore you to try remove that element of comparing. It is natural to compare, but it is also detrimental to the work. So take your time and ignore the comparison thoughts, because you are at a very different stage to them. And the only difference between them and you is that they have got to the end and you are in the process. It's so important to recognize that you are in the process of the work. That is the bread and butter. That is where you can improve it. You still have time. There are still things that you can do. And as I am now getting to the point of editing, am recognizing that now more than ever. Lesson number 2 is that it should be fun. The work should be a joy to do. Yes, it's hard. Yes, there is some suffering, and there are some moments where you just want to throw it out the window. And that is fair and understandable. I am there right now. But it is also important to recognize that it should be an enjoyment. It should be something that you do because it's a passion and that you love it and you take with it what you can. You're okay, guys, no stress. I'm filming in a public place. That is part of the deal.
You keep going, you're awesome.
Thank you.
It's a gorgeous project.
It is a nice one.
Sure is, yeah.
You guys have a nice day.
You too.
For a long time, I found writing hard and suffering, and it made it really hard to work on things and put things out and try improve. And I changed my mindset quite some time ago when I realized that that wasn't serving me and it wasn't serving anybody else. And so when I changed my tune of this was something that I enjoyed and that I kept turning up to and that I wanted to improve on, I took away some of the level of seriousness that comes with it. It's not that fucking serious. So have some fun with it and enjoy it and try shit and be in it. Be where your feet are, and that goes for writing too. Like, be firmly planted in the thing that you're doing and enjoy the thing that you're doing, but understand that at the end of the day, you can fix it, you can make it better, and it is not the end of the world if you don't. Have fun. It shows, and you can feel it in those pieces of writing where there is emotion and there is raw beauty attached to it. Number 3 is that it'll take you longer than you think. I started this piece of work 4 years ago. I sat down to write this novel thinking it would take me 6 months, and it has taken me 4 years. I'm a different version of me. There's been different parts of me that have needed to do this. I've needed to take breaks. I've needed to try different things, and it is a fundamentally different story than when I started. But one of the bigger things is I didn't know what I was doing, and there were moments where I was dedicated and there were moments that I wasn't, and part of it is me overcoming my fears, and it's a tragedy at times that it takes this long. But if I had have known that it was going to take this long, I don't know if I would have started, which is maybe a good thing. I think I'm glad that I have got here, and I'm glad that I have a long way to go, but I think I earned the thing where you love what you're doing. I love this, and I'm excited to keep doing it, and I'm excited to write more and put my energy into this for many years to come. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is that it'll take longer than you think, but that's a good thing for appreciating the journey and just seeing how far you can come. Number 4, the moments of negativity and downwards spirals are natural. I have doubted myself. I still doubt myself. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if this piece will ever see the light of day, but I'm trying. And my rule of thumb is essentially turn up and try move the needle in just the smallest direction. Every day you are trying to turn up to this thing and make it just that little bit better over time, that little bit better over the months and the years, to see if you can improve at this thing. It's never going to be great the first shot. It's never going to be fantastic. You'll never finish a first draft and that'll be it. You owe it so much more to both yourself and the project as a whole. And I say that as a person that let my self-doubt stop me multiple times throughout this project. Okay, there's been multiple periods where I've given up writing, one for about a year, one for 6 months, thinking that it wasn't worth pursuing, and I found my way back to doing it. And I think that's a really powerful sentiment. I learned a long time ago from standing in front of a classroom full of students that self-doubt was a really powerful tool. It got me up there every single day, and I doubted whether it should be me that was there. And the reason I doubted whether it should be me was because I didn't feel like I should be there. I didn't feel like I'd earned what it needed to be a teacher. And it was that reminder to keep improving, that reminder that I could get better, that reminder that I needed to get better at this job. And it's the same thing when it comes to writing. The self-doubt is this important part of the process where it makes you second guess the things that you're doing. But I think as long as you're using it as this tool and this idea that self-doubt is this really powerful idea, that it keeps you on your toes and pushes you to try improve at this thing. I'd be more scared if I didn't have any doubt whatsoever and no negative thoughts while creating this. It is the life of an artist to doubt the thing that we are making. If I wasn't doubting it at all, I'd be concerned, because that would either be me leading with ego and arrogance rather than this idea of coming from the back and trying to make the best possible thing. And the final thing I wish I had have known before writing my first book is that you'll never be ready. You'll never be ready to start. You'll never be ready to go all in. You will never have all your ducks in a row. There will always be a little part of you that doubts, and that is okay. The way that you get something like this done is turning up time and time again. It is trying over and over and over again. It is proving yourself wrong. It is showing up. It is just getting in there and being amongst it, being in that arena for long enough that you come out with something. And I wanted to share that because truthfully, that has been the joy. That has been the thing I've really enjoyed throughout this process. It is the turning up, it is the showing, it is just fucking trying for long enough and coming to the end of something with something else. So if you're doubting whether you should start that book, writing that movie, making a YouTube channel, just start, because you'll be surprised where you end up in a year. Anyway, my name's Tim. Thank you for watching. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you learned something or you want to share something of your own, let me know down in the comments. I love chatting to people. I love sharing in there, and it would mean the world to me. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. And in the meantime, I hope you have a lovely week.